inside the palace, has it?
The drone is in my car.
Okay. He's flown the pad from here, he's flown it along the drive and above. I don't know whether he's landed it inside.
No, I didn't land it. I just flew over the palace. Did a bit of
And are we still
nosy.
filming? You're a YouTuber?
GoPro, yes.
You're a YouTuber.
Are you a viewer?
What's your YouTube name?
You're a copper, so
I am, yeah.
I'm just going to give you information
Is
without
this
a reason.
recording, is it?
Not the video, no.
No?
It will. Does it need to be, or?
No, it doesn't. So, well, what
Basically,
did they do with you then?
I've flown over there. I've had a lot of hassle off the not these guys, but the other team.
You've been told not to fly it here?
I've been told not allowed.
Yeah.
And I told them I'm allowed.
No, you're not.
So I did it.
No, you're not.
Over this because of the helicopters.
As the officers roll up to Hampton Court Palace, the tension is instant. One officer immediately resorts to mockery, parroting the auditor's words instead of opening a professional dialogue. It's not just unprofessional, it's outright dismissive. Right from the start, he makes it clear he has zero interest in understanding the auditor's actions or intentions. Then comes a claim. The auditor isn't allowed to fly the drone over the palace. His partner echoes this, citing helicopters as some vague justification. But the reasoning falls apart under scrutiny. Hampton Court Palace sits outside any permanent restricted or no-fly zones, and there's no sign of any temporary restrictions in effect at the time. From the very first moment, it's clear these officers are acting on assumptions, not facts.
It's not a no-fly zone here.
Yeah, yes it is. Yes.
Can you show me?
You gotta look it up. It is on there. Go ahead and look it up.
I did all my due diligence before I got here.
Palaces, royals, and if the staff says no, it's
not about the staff saying no. It's about the law, my friend. Come on.
It is. If they're saying.
So there's no-fly zones like airport there. But we're there. There's nothing.
But it's if you looked it up. Hampton Court Palace, no fly zone, all right? So this is what we're going to do.
I've checked.
Okay, well, you can say that if you've checked or not.
There's no fly zone here, my
but
friend.
we're saying that it's not. And, you know, we've looked it up as well.
This isn't about airspace anymore. It's about ego. The officer has been handed clear, up-to-date information that completely contradicts his claim, yet he refuses to acknowledge it. This isn't about law or safety. It's about pride. Instead of admitting a possible mistake, he clings to his authority, hoping that a dismissive, "we've checked," will end the conversation. But that's exactly the problem. When officers ignore indisputable facts, it's not just frustrating, it erodes public trust. Lawful drone use is regulated by the CAA, not by how forcefully an officer asserts their opinion.
So I don't look. It's a busy Friday night. All right, busy Friday night. We need to be out there. We're already stripped to a few units. Okay.
Right.
If we can just get your name, we'll treat this as words of advice. Just please don't do it again. The staff are here, and all the other staff.
You should be educating them, saying he's allowed to fly over.
No. It's not allowed.
We'll speak to them after.
We'll speak to
We just
them.
have to deal with you first.
But we are just dealing with you. I don't want this to go
you've
long.
told me it's a no-fly zone.
I don't want this to go on any longer. If we could just have your name.
But this is going to keep happening. If people come here to fly drones and these guys, not you, but if the team come out and say, can't do it.
We've already had the info done from our...
Can you tell me what legislation so I can check? Because I want to learn here.
No, we've told you that is your learning. You're not allowed to...
That's not good enough, my friend.
Yes, it is. Because we're a police officer.
You're an officer.
We're telling you. Yeah.
That's not good enough.
All right.
When the auditor calmly asks for the legal basis behind the officer's claims, his not being confrontational, his doing exactly what any informed citizen should, seeking clarity. Yet instead of citing legislation or airspace rules, the officer shuts down the conversation, leaning on his badge as if rank alone makes him right. That's not how lawful authority works. In the UK, police powers must be exercised within the law, and officers should be ready to explain the legal foundation of their actions. Ignoring such requests and expecting blind compliance reveals a mindset driven by ego, not public service.
I need to know the legislation. I need to know the legislation that I've broken here, so I don't do it again.
It's completely up to you if you want to give us your details or not. Okay.
It's not about details, mate. Your colleague here.
Yeah.
The reason I hang around for police to arrive, and I didn't hang around, I was getting some food and I saw you and I thought I'd pop over, is so that I can see or know that the people who have restricted my legal activity today, the drone flying, get educated and say, look, he's allowed to fly. He may not like it, but he can do it, right?
Hampton Court Palace have said that is supposedly a no-fly zone. So obviously we've come with like the information that we've been told. I've read through
and it says no fly zones, obviously 5 kilometers from airports. This isn't an airport, but the grey area that we're trying to deal with is where they're saying it's a helicopter thing as well. So that's where we're a bit...
Usually helicopter pads are not a no-fly zone, but they're on here to tell us to obviously watch out for aerial traffic.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I haven't seen anything on... I'll show you what I look at. I haven't seen anything on the app at all.
Okay.
It does turn yellow in a minute. There we go.
Yeah.
All that side there is, you'll see, Bushy Park.
Yeah.
The auditor is absolutely correct. In the UK, drone operators are required to check airspace restrictions using CAA-compliant platforms like Drone Assist. These apps may show helicopter activity or advisory zones where low-flying aircraft are common, but these are for situational awareness, not legal restrictions. They are meant to alert pilots to exercise caution, not to ban flights outright. Unless a location falls within a restricted zone, near an airport, military site, or other protected area, or a temporary NOTAM has been issued, drones can legally fly safely and within visual line of sight. Simply seeing helicopters in the area does not make a flight illegal, and with no restrictions showing in his up-to-date app, the auditor is entirely within his rights.
Area of scientific interest, SSI.
Right, okay.
But I'm not in that. We're at the Palace, which is actually right bang in the middle.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, 100%.
There's nothing on there to say I can't fly, which is why I did it.
I think what they are just worried about is if there is suddenly a helicopter that needs to come, which, I mean, I know it seems like a bit far-fetched.
Right.
Okay, but just in case.
They didn't mention that when we had a talk.
No, of course, no, I understand.
They just mentioned everything else.
Yeah.
A wedding going on, other concerns.
So yeah, there is something about the privacy side of things as well, because if there's a wedding as well, maybe they don't want it.
I said to them, I'm going to stay very high to the people with the tiny dots. I've got no issue with what you've said to me, but your colleague saying it's a no-fly zone, it's not good.
Yeah,
because now they're going to be under the impression that they can restrict people flying.
Yeah, that's it. I'll speak to them after, obviously. I'll speak to them. I'll say what you've said to them.
Oh, she's back out. Hello.
Have you got it in? Sorry, do you mind just going over there, please?
I can do, yeah. I'm going to go, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, well, that's why we're trying to speak to them, and we'll speak to you. If you can just stand by my colleague, please.
All right. Sorry to interrupt. I haven't got all night, mate. Can we do it quickly, or?
I'm trying to get it done as quickly as possible. If you keep interrupting us, then obviously it's going to take a little bit longer. Give me 2 minutes, and then I'll be.
Can I just go?
We'll just have to explain 1 or 2 things, and then you can go. All right, because it's busy for us as well.
Yeah.
It shouldn't.
I've been here a while. You spoke to you for an hour, didn't I?
It shouldn't be an emergency response, but if
what, you came on emergency?
Well, no, we're an emergency response team. All right.
Got it. Okay.
So basically, what they've said is, you know that you see those blocks like there to the left, just in front of the palace, that whole block there with the bushes.
This building.
Yeah, not the first bit here, but the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all like residential.
Okay.
Whereabouts were you flying it from?
I've flown everything, mate, but I'll be honest with you, this long building here, it's probably the one part I haven't really flown in there.
Okay, that's fine. It's just because you have to be 110 metres away from residential buildings as well.
No.
Yeah.
The officer claims the auditor isn't allowed to fly within 120 meters of residential areas. Not only is that legally wrong, it's also factually off. The old rule was actually 150 meters. Even that restriction only applied under previous legislation to larger drones in higher risk categories, like A2 or A3 under the CAA's classification. The auditor, however, is flying a DJI Mini, weighing under 250 grams, which falls into the A1 subcategory of the open category, a classification that explicitly allows flights close to people and near residential, commercial, or recreational areas.
120 metres from residential areas.
Why does it say that? I'm not trying to catch you out, I know my legislation on it, because I fly it, and I've never heard of that.
Drone and model aircraft code, points 3 to 9.
Yeah.
Fly below. And then there was fly below 120, which you said you were doing perfectly fine. No problem. And then there's a residential, commercial, 150 metres, sorry.
Okay.
Keep at least 150 metres away from...
My drone is small, so my drone is that.
Okay,
so go by that.
Okay, what drone do you have? Sorry?
It's 249 gram, it's under 250.
Okay, perfect, yeah, no problem. That's fine.
Is that been made clear?
His drone is under 250 grams, which that doesn't apply to. Good.
Mm-hmm.
So...
You saw the drone, right? It was a baby.
It's the weight, and the weight only... So if it's below, hang on. If the weight is 150, if the weight is 150, then it's above. Then all the license, blah blah blah, and all that. If it's less than, however, that supersedes if it has a camera. All right.
When the officer re-enters a conversation, his dismissive attitude is back. along with more misinformation. This time he attempts to cite legislation on drone use, but immediately undermines himself by stating the weight threshold as 150 grams. That's not just a minor slip, it's a fundamental error that calls his entire argument into question. In the UK, drone regulations hinge heavily on weight, and the correct threshold for many key rules, including category classification, is 250 grams. Misstating it shows he doesn't understand the very basics of the law he's claiming to enforce.
Anyway,
It doesn't.
I'm not. I don't. I've got.
Come on, man. I do this every day.
I've got better stuff.
You shouldn't have been called. I know they called you for a good reason.
To do. Just please.
With a good intention.
Don't do it.
But it's not a police matter, my friend.
Just go. It's not. I know it isn't. If
You're telling me not to do it. I'm allowed to do it. I am going to continue doing it. Don't tell me not to do it, man.
Okay. Well, we'll be here then again.
You're wasting your time.
I am wasting my time. All right. Thank you very much for
Why are
your
you
time,
being stubborn?
sir.
This officer's
Goodbye,
been great.
Yeah.
What a rude. What's his number? 4198. There's no need for that, mate. No need.
You're making it worse. And
No, but you should be telling them. You should be telling them that we can't stop him.
Educating me, I know.
He should know the law. This officer knows the law.
It's nothing to do with the
He knows the law.
Both of you. No, I'm the one teaching him. All right.
You're teaching him.
I am
Sorry.
separating
Yeah, yeah.
both parties because
No, I'm going to go. I'm
this
going to
is
go.
not.
So you're teaching him.
This moment perfectly captures the ego-driven mindset of a disrespectful officer. The auditor calmly highlights the difference in competence between the two officers, noting that one clearly understands the law while the other doesn't. The arrogant officer jumps in with, "I'm the one teaching him." It's not just offensive, it's a blatant deflection from his repeated mistakes. Throughout the encounter, he's been wrong on multiple points. Misstating drone weight thresholds, inventing flight restrictions, refusing to cite legislation, and mocking the auditor instead of engaging professionally. Yet when confronted with facts, not insults, his instinct isn't to reflect or correct himself. It's to assert dominance and claim authority he hasn't owned.
I don't really have time for
Are you
this,
saying you're
all right?
teaching him?
I'm separating both
That's
parties.
awful, mate.
I've spoken to you. I've spoken to them. I've already.
Do you know what I'm going to do now you've dealt with it, Lewis?
I've already said your part to them.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
And
I'm going to make
I've already
sure that
said-
loads of people come here and fly drones because you need to educate them and say we're allowed to do it.
Well, if that amounts to harassment, then so be it.
No, not me, other
No,
people.
thank you. Yeah, it's a harassment court of conduct of two by anybody.
You're talking rubbish,
If
mate.
you're okay, well, if you believe.
Sorry, man, you've been perfect. This officer has a problem, and if he's teaching you, I feel bad for you, mate. You've learned a lot from somebody else, clearly.
What I
You
was
know, yes.
asking you was,
Yeah.
as a human being,
yeah.
we have children on site.
Yeah, I've got no issue with you.
Security breach. That's the only.
Of course I care about that. What did I say about that? I said I'm going to stay high, didn't I?
Yeah, I think they're just concerned about the safeguarding.
That's fine. I've got no issue with them.
When a worker voices concern about children on site, the auditor responds calmly and reasonably, explaining that he plans to fly at a higher altitude to ensure safety and avoid any disruption. This is exactly the kind of measured, responsible behavior the law expects from drone operators, not just knowing the rules, but actively applying them to minimize risk. Yet the disrespectful officer seizes the moment to lob another cheap dig, implying the auditor doesn't care. In doing so, he completely ignores the fact the auditor has already demonstrated a clear intent to fly responsibly, following CAA guidance, which requires avoiding uninvolved people and maintaining safe separation, not banning flight near children altogether.
They've been civil. They've been polite. They've been professional. They had concerns which were, in my opinion, a little bit. Their concerns were a little bit unreasonable. What they were telling me, but they're not doing it on purpose. They're just trying to do their job right. They call you guys for advice. You've turned up. I can't blame you for turning up because you don't know the situation until you get here. But to tell me I can't do it and don't do it again is wrong, because I can come here tomorrow, or my friend could, and fly a drone here, and they should really go, oh, just ignore him, you know, you can do it legally, right?
When staff are incorrectly told that flying a drone on site is illegal, that misinformation spreads. The next time someone attempts a lawful flight, they are likely to face the same unnecessary confrontation. This cycle breeds confusion, false reports, and wasted police and public resources. It's a prime example of how poor policing and misunderstandings become normalized. A wrongful claim goes uncorrected. Staff act on it. The public believes it. And suddenly lawful activity is treated as criminal behavior.
I'm going to go. Sorry it's happened like this, all right? You've been more than polite. No issue at all.
It shouldn't have gone this far.
No, it shouldn't. I'd gone. I was having some food. I seen these guys come and thought I'd better pop over, but...
Alright, thank you for coming back
all right.
over.
I've got no issue, it's just, I feel like you dealt with it badly, but that's your choice.
I'm not dealing with it badly. Look.
Look,
They've witnessed how I've dealt with it.
What's done is done.
But
it's not a no-fly zone. Anyone can fly the drone here.
I've made that clear to both sides.
Oh,
all right.
You told me I can't do it.
However, like, you know what? There's no. My colleague has explained it, and I've told him.
He's been banged on, yeah.
And I'm dealing with both parties, and I've got my colleague dealing with you.
Busy day, I suppose, as well. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go. Thanks, man.
No problem.
All right.
As the interaction finally winds down, the auditor makes a composed, powerful exit. He tells the staff clearly that his issue isn't with them, but with how the situation was handled. Turning to the officer who had escalated the encounter from the start, he points out, calmly but firmly, that the officer had managed things poorly. True to form, the officer responds defiantly, refusing to acknowledge even a single mistake despite being wrong on multiple points. From start to finish, this officer exemplified how policing can fail when ego replaces professionalism. Instead of engaging respectfully or clarifying the law, he mocked the auditor, dismissed questions, and doubled down on misinformation, even when confronted with clear, undeniable evidence. His stubbornness didn't just confuse the staff, it set the stage for future misunderstandings and wasted police resources. In contrast, the other officer, though initially unsure, listened respectfully, engaged openly, and demonstrated a genuine willingness to learn. His behavior highlighted exactly how policing should work in a modern society, with humility, accuracy, and openness. That professionalism made his partner's aggressive attitude look even more unjustifiable. What makes this episode significant isn't just misinformation or mockery. It's that the disrespectful officer embodies a mindset that erodes public trust. He turned a lawful, straightforward drone flight into an unnecessary confrontation, not out of concern for safety, but through ego and an unwillingness to admit fault. In the end, the auditor didn't just expose incorrect drone law claims. He exposed something deeper, the vital importance of accountability, knowledge, and humility among those tasked with enforcing the law. When pride overtakes professionalism, it's not just one interaction that suffers, it's a very foundation of public trust. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me continue independent coverage. Don't forget to check out DJ. His channel is linked in the description. Show him some love. Thanks for watching. This was Rate the Audit, and I'll see you in the next one.